Hey guys, what up? It's your boy Con TDK, Mr. So Real, and in today's video we are going into the state of the game. And I have to say, without question, hands down, this has probably been my favorite state of the game so far, strictly because of Quentin. Shout outs to Quentin.
All right, welcome to State of the Game for the 8th of September. I look a bit startled because people are yelling outside.
There's
I assume
a lot of screaming going on outside. I'm not sure.
I assume they're celebrating or something. They're like 1.4.
They're all here for your birthday.
Celebrating your birthday, Mish.
Kevin's birthday too.
Yeah.
Not just me. We have two birthdays. Two birthdays in the room.
Can we get some happy birthday Hamish in chat, please, guys?
And Kevin, come on. Just leave the cameras for a second. Come and say hi. All right. Yeah. Yeah, you can go that way.
Yay!
Wait. Kevin's birthday too.
Can we get some happy birthday Kevin as well?
There you go. Kevin's helping us out with the cameras today, so
thank you guys. You guys are awesome.
Okay, so this week's State of the Game starts off with some happy birthdays and all that stuff. I was sure to send Hamish a happy birthday. I mean, even though I rag on the game, seriously, you know, it's dude's birthday. Why not send him a happy birthday? But there is one thing that they did decide to talk about, and that is an upcoming live event that they're having on Tuesday, which at the time of this recording will be tomorrow at 2 a.m. Japan time. So, of course, I'm going to sleep, but I will try my best. If I'm still up, I'll try and record it. But if I don't, then I will wake up early and try to record the rebroadcast of the live stream, and then I will bring that information as only I can to you guys as soon as possible. But yeah, 2 a.m. 2 or 3 a.m. Japan time, I'm probably gonna go to sleep. But anyway, let them talk to you about this upcoming stream that's coming on Tuesday, and then you guys can check it out.
We thought it would be important to show you guys, talk to you guys a bit about some of the top level things that we're going to address with 1.4.
Yes.
While I remember, because otherwise I'll forget, we will have a more in-depth stream on the topic next week.
Yes.
Next Tuesday. I think we are locking in 7 p.m. our time.
7 p.m.
So
our
that
time.
would be 1 p.m. East Coast US. Oh wait, British friends, 6 p.m. for you.
Yes.
I always forget, although it's 1 hour, so math. And then that would make it 10 a.m. for West Coast US, 5 a.m. New Zealand, sorry, and Skill Up 3 a.m. Why we do this to you? I don't know.
Okay.
Or something like that.
Okay.
Anyway. Well,
so Tuesday,
we'll figure it
yes. Next Tuesday, September 13th, 7 p.m. CEST. All the conversion time that Hamish just did.
Now, with the talks of this live stream event coming on Tuesday, I'm sure people are interested to find out what is going on. What is the 1.4 patch going to be all about? I know I am, and thankfully, as I've said in the intro, Quentin is here to save the day, and that dude, I'm telling you, he gets to the point and he tells you what you need to know. Finally, this is all I've been asking for from Massive, is to just tell us what is going on so that we know what to expect, what to get excited for, and not just have this filler with a bunch of question marks after it. So let the man talk, and he will tell you guys basically what's going on with 1.4.
top level intentions. That'd be
Yes.
cool. Do you want to start with this?
I think Quentin will
All right.
Yay!
go through it.
So 1.4, and we are just going to talk about, at least here, the balancing topics
Yes.
that come with 1.4.
Mhm.
There is also a lot of bug fixing, some quality of life features, but just the balancing focus for 1.4. First of all, and that's like our main work right now, is the time to kill. We all know that after level 30, especially 33, 34, 35, the NPCs goes insane in terms of health pool they have, how much damage you need to actually kill them, and how much damage they deal to you. That's completely off, and we kind of completely lost the fine balance between RPG and shooter that we
exactly.
had during the whole leveling game.
Yeah.
That needs to come back. So our first priority rescale the NPCs to follow up the same path as it was during the leveling experience.
Yeah.
So basically reducing their health and damage by quite a lot.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's our first priority. Of course, what does that mean? If we just do that, well, the game is suddenly becoming 3, 5, 10 times easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because there is, of course, the other side of the table, the player and player power.
Exactly.
One of the biggest issue we have right now, and why the balance is off, is that there is such a big gap between an average non-optimized gear and a well-optimized with the proper skills, proper gear sets built at the same gear score.
Yeah, it's
There
huge.
is no way in the current state that we can balance the game for those two groups of players.
Exactly.
So we need to shrink that gap and to reduce the gap between how more powerful can I be than just by optimizing my gear, than just having like random gear at the same gear score. Reducing the NPC, reducing that gap between well-optimized and random gear, and we will go back to a more fun experience. Like I shoot at stuff, they die, I don't get one shot, and that's our main focus.
So with the 1.4 patch incoming, we finally find out what it is that they are trying to do to fix the game, balance the game, and make it more fun. One thing that they're trying to do is get rid of that long time to kill to make it so that you feel more powerful. This is a very, very welcomed addition to how the game is going to be balanced. I'm happy to hear that. I was getting tired of using 2 and 3 and 4 clips to take down an enemy depending on my character, and to hear that that time to kill is going to be reduced, I couldn't say anything more than that's a step in the right direction, and I'm happy that they finally said it. Reducing the health of the enemies and making sure that they take more damage is by a lot, as they said, is pretty good news. I'm happy to hear that as well. That is another step in the right direction in terms of making sure that players feel as powerful as they should. The game not being able to kind of be balanced as it stands now, with the kind of gear sets being all over the place and not being optimized, like having really optimized gear and then having just gear that you pick up, having that pool shrunk so that they can manage it a bit better. If that's what they need to do, then go ahead and do it. I don't really care as long as it gets done. And if that's what they need to do, hey, then I'm all for it. I'm really happy to hear news on how they're doing it. That has always been the main thing that has irked me and bothered me, is that they've just said, well, we know, we have something, we'll talk about it later. The fact that Quentin came in and started saying, all right, this is getting done, I'm happy to hear it. And I'm so happy that they're finally getting around to saying it. Thank you.
So yeah, there will be changes rebalancing on skills, there will be changes rebalancing on gear, etc. But overall, you guys, all of you, will feel way more powerful against those NPCs.
Yeah, exactly. Someone I think it's Killinger, is just saying 1 to 30 is awesome. Menace UK saying the same thing. We agree.
Yeah,
we completely agree.
I think it's just the whole point that we need to look at the overall experience again, and for that, as we said, it's one part of the issue is the NPC, but the other part of the issue, I would say, is, as you said, the gap between very min-max, very fully optimized gear and non-optimized gear. So by reducing that as well, then the end result, or what we're aiming for, is an end result where time to kill is going to be shorter. As a player, you will feel more powerful. You still can be better by optimizing your character, just with a lower gap than what you would have now.
Exactly.
But overall, it's going to be a better experience, much more fun experience for everyone.
So with these incoming changes and adjustments that are going in the 1.4, they're going to be adjusting and changing some of the skills and hopefully some of the talents, but the gear is also going to change with those skills. If that's, like I said, if that's what they need to do, then let them do it. I'm really not complaining about any of this stuff because it had to be changed anyway. So if it needs to be changed. As long as it ends up being more fun, then I really don't care. As long as it's cool, it's fun, and it feels like you're powerful and you're not just some scrub, then I'm all for it.
Difficulty scaling. So right now in the game, and I think you guys are all aware of it as well, there is, for example, a huge gap between hard and challenge content. And then even on top of that, you have heroic. That creates a lot of issues, especially for solo players, because you only get the best reward from the most hard content in the game, and the hardest content in the game is only accessible for group players and groups of well-optimized and coordinated teams. Then if you are casual solo, you kind of hit a wall at some point, which is around the hard difficulty right now in Underground, for example. You cannot get better gear, you cannot upgrade, you cannot like move forward, and you kind of, how am I supposed to get better? So the second point will be difficulty scaling. We will go way more in depth. That's a big overall revamp of the difficulty, so we'll not go too much into details, but basically what you need to know, much more granularity in terms of how can I select my difficulty in the game, and ensure that no matter what I do, no matter the group size that I have, every activity will always provide me with appropriate reward.
So one of the major focuses is going to be the difficulty scaling. Making sure that it's playable for solo players. This has been a huge problem for solo players, and basically why I deemed the game unplayable for solo players, and one of the reasons why I did not personally want to play the game as a solo player. I think that them addressing this difficulty issue and making it so that even if you're solo and you don't have a large group, that you can still do content. I think that that's a good move, and it will help out the game in the long run. Is that going to bring players back? Remains to be seen, but depending on if the game is more fun and more rewarding and has a decent challenge to it, then quite possibly yes. But am I holding my breath? No, definitely not. We'll have to see how it goes, and I'm looking forward to the live stream on Tuesday to see if it's really going to be all that it's cracked up to be.
So solo players, you will have stuff to do. You will find upgrade. It might take a little bit longer than with a group, for example, but we want to open the opportunity to everyone to play as you want and get upgrade.
Exactly. That's going to be a big focus. It's really important. I mean, I love playing solo as well, but you have that frustration where, I mean, there's no way as a solo player that you can do, well, not no way, but unless you're, the top 0.000 point, like tiny bracket, you can't do it. Like it's not possible. I remember Yannick and I had a very similar experience. Like you'd go into Underground, hard mode, you can solo. Challenge mode, I was like, holy wow. Maybe now I probably have enough gear to do it a little bit. Heroic, definitely not. And it's not a fun experience. So that's and again, Tuesday night we'll have more details on that because it is a big enough change that it's going to have to require a long explanation with visual aids and that sort of thing. But we'll get that for you on Tuesday.
So again, solo players are the key focus in their consideration for how the game is getting kind of balanced, and letting players play the way that they want to play, whether it be solo or in a group, I think is a good thing. You can't really knock them for wanting to make sure that people don't feel left out, especially if they spent that money. The consumerism aspect of this game really hits me hard, and it's something that I kind of really hope more gamers will take into consideration. It seems like a lot of times people say, well, if you don't like it, then go play something else. You don't have to like it or whatever, and it's really like that kind of attitude that lets companies get away with doing whatever they want and making crappy games and people still buying them. I think that being a consumer, you do need to stand up for your rights and say that, look, this game is not delivering. You guys shouldn't be able to charge $100 for a game or $60, $70, $80 for a game and not get what you paid for. That's really an important thing that, gamers who maybe do have a bit of disposable income can, really start to think about. Because some people don't have that much money to just drop on a game. Maybe they're totally invested in the division because they thought it was going to be great. Then they got it, and the game that they hoped for just didn't work out. But letting solo players do what they need to do to be competitive in the PvP, I don't know yet. But to be able to enjoy PvE content, I think is a great thing. And I can't wait to see how they plan on fixing this.